Alright, let's see. We have loads of recording time. I'm gonna set up the sleeves so we won't gonna get messy. Now this is my very first time of recording this, so I'm not sure how the quality is going to turn out. But what we're going to do is record some litter collecting, since I've been doing this for 3 weeks now. Some people just ask me why I just don't record this, since it kind of exposes the mess that people leave. So I'm going to go to Summerfield Park, because I discovered one nasty spot that even the council people missed out completely, and it's just litter everywhere. So we'll see how it goes. There's a rat in the bushes hanging around. So obviously we'll get some odd views because people are not used to getting recorded or whatever, even though it's not. Yeah, we're gonna get some odd people, but fortunately we won't gonna encounter any of them in here. So I'm currently in the Summerfield Park. So from the I don't remember the street names, but basically this little forest, if you come from here, usually it looks like it's rather clean area, but it's not. It is not. This area is packed with litter. So from the outside it looks like it's fairly clean, but I'm telling you it is not. So the whole forest carpet, loads of beer cans. And one day I just got sick of seeing all that stuff and decided to collect it myself, because I know that the council people will not do that. So I just grabbed myself some white bags, and I'll just collect a bunch of shit, because obviously it gets annoying to the point where you just have to do it yourself. And I'm not being paid for anything, and honestly, some people ask me why not I just join the council myself. Well, the thing is, I want to treat this thing as a hobby and not as a job, because when you treat this thing as a job, it kind of loses this satisfactory of doing this thing. And in general it's pretty relaxing. So as you can see already here, just loads of litter. I've gone through most of this area around here, but there's just a lot more that I missed out, or either some more litter has been blown here, or just some people came here and left a mess, unfortunately. The council, they won't gonna do anything about it because they don't see it, but I unfortunately saw it, because I usually like to look at the nature. And when I went inside here just to check out what's going on, I saw a massive load of litter, and it pissed me off, honestly. So therefore I just decided to take this whole thing upon myself. I'm using this camera for the first time, so I'm not sure how things will turn out, but yeah, we'll see. If things will go well, maybe I'll start recording more, but if things will not go well, then I'll just probably keep it to myself, just as a silent way of fighting back against this disgusting filth. Just let you. And honestly, and that's the thing, like, no one wants to do it. A park should be a place where it's purely green, you know, just nature, just grass, trees, leaves, not litter. So there's lots of litter here. So I don't know, maybe I'll just collect like 5 bags today. 25 bags, so I have 30 liters of bags that I bought from Asda, a whole roll, which cost surprisingly only 2 quid, which kind of shocked me because they're like very cheap and they're quite sturdy, so they can collect lots of litter. So this is the area that I've been through. Still, mind you, you can still find some disgusting stuff like this. Some medication. Let's check what it is. Yeah, no idea what it is. Could have been lots of litter, and I have no idea what are these for. It's some kind of a pipes. But yeah, there's lots of toilet paper, plastic, and honestly, it's disgusting what people are doing here, and just how much they don't care. So yeah, I mean, you can probably tell already just like how many white spots there are here, and hopefully in a couple of hours we'll just get rid of most of the stuff that doesn't belong here, because this place belongs to Mother Nature and not the litter. We don't want this place to turn into a junkyard. I'm not skipping any single bit of plastic. You got some rubber. Some zesty people probably came here to do their zesty things, unfortunately. And that's the fun part about all this, is because all this litter tells a story that I noticed, and unfortunately I came to conclusion that it's mostly that the misguided people come here. The people that are misguided, which falls into like drugs, alcohol type of situation, because it's mostly just that sort of litter, and lots of plastic bags. It's unbelievable. If I've had like a counter like of how many just the shopping bags I've collected, it would be probably above like 5,000 at this point. Mind you, I started cleaning this mess myself. I kind of just wanted to find a reason to go outside more, because ever since when I decided just to stop using public transport and just walk everywhere, my life changed for the better in a way. I started to find more motivation just to be out. Honestly, I think like the quiet is a lot better. Just when you start enjoying the quiet and the peace, and listening to just the wind, the birds, the leaves. There's like a couple of squirrels chasing each other right over there. I don't know if you can see it. I just probably angled it the wrong way. We'll see in the edit. So yeah, this tiny bush, I would say it's good for the crackies, as they call them, to come here and do their thing, do their disgusting thing. And I have no idea why there's a bathroom tile in here, out of all places. It's crazy. It's good to see finally that most of the part in here is turning back the way it should be, just parts of nature. And here you go, you see? That is actually dangerous. It doesn't belong here. A bunch of glass shards, that's just not good. Not good at all. But we'll get it, I'll get it, because unlike most of the people from the council that do collect litter, they don't really dig through the leaves properly. And I am more on the perfectionist side, so like I have to check through all the leaves, find all the glasses, all the shards, as you can see probably here. I don't know if the camera is picking up properly. So this is my first video so far. No idea how it will turn out, but hopefully it will be fun in a way. Maybe I can just stay quiet and let the audio itself speak for itself. Something has been burned here clearly. Looks like gloves. Could be crime evidence, who knows. I don't care. We don't want any of this shit here. So what am I going to do? Just get rid of it. Lots of tiny plastic pieces. Ah, look at this. Jackpot. A needle. You guys won't gonna believe just how many needles I've found so far. Especially in the canal, because I've been doing the canal area as well. And I do not associate myself with the canal crew, the canal river, some crew guys. So the way to dispose of this needle, what I tend to do is just insert it into some kind of a plastic bottle carefully, just like that. And then we just bend the needle with the bottle so we wouldn't puncture ourselves at all. And there we go. First cracked needle in the video. That's crazy. I didn't expect to find one here, but hey ho, crackheads confirmed. You know, it's a sad reality, obviously. Sad reality, but you know, it's not my first pull, honestly, and I'm not surprised at this point. I'm just glad that I didn't step on it and didn't potentially infected myself with whatever disease. There we go. We found a battery that potentially could have set off fire, probably. I could be wrong though as well. Let's see. Let me just check if the camera is still recording. It probably is, hopefully. I just heard a beep, so I don't know what it means. Okay, there's lots of protection, which is sussy as hell. Sussy indeed. The zesty boys come here to do their zesty things. Disgusting. Out here in the public. I mean, you can do whatever you want, honestly, but just come on, you can do better than that. You can certainly do better than that. I hate these small things. Okay, so we see some glass shards again. Very, very, very dangerous. Fortunately for us, we have a pickup stick. Whoa, I just pulled a plastic straw. You know how ancient that thing is. That already should tell you just how ancient this litter here is. If I just managed to pull the plastic straw out of all straws. Whoa. There you go, a lighter. Huge loot. And lots of mirror shards. Someone is probably gonna experience 7 whole years of bad luck, according to the pagan beliefs. I don't know actually where this whole belief came from, but that's what my mother used to tell us. Why we shouldn't break any mirrors, because it will bring you bad luck for 7 years, and 7 being the lucky number, probably. That's where it's coming from. But what we're gonna do is get rid of this cursed zone, cursed hotspot. and let Mother Nature take back what belongs to her. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, I should probably tilt it down a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, tilt it more down, I guess. There we go. So you would actually see what I'm doing. There's lots of... Oh, look at that! Another one. Another lighter. 2 lighters. Huge loot. Huge loot. Nothing but just a confirmation that this place has been visited by some unfortunate people. Gonna collect all the... Let's make it quicker with hands, because I have gloves, so it will be quicker. Just a bunch of small bits. And tell me, who would do this? Who else would do this? No one. Because I think people generally just given up on keeping their own living areas clean. Council to like clean the area. I mean, the whole idea is nice, but the problem is the council is not doing their job anymore for some reason. People going on strikes, nothing is getting done anymore, and then what can you do? And one thing you can do is actually take the matters into your own hands. That's what I did, and pretty much doing right now. The bag is getting a little heavier, and the problem is the tiles that I put in here in the bag, they actually ripped the bag. They ripped the side, so I'll probably have to fill it up now with just lighter stuff. Look at this, probably some bunts, some cheap wood. And that's what I kind of like about this area, is that it's very, very quiet in here. Just light ambient of cars in the distance, even though I prefer not to hear them at all. And there's a slight hint of birds in the background as well, so it's like a fairly quiet zone. Plastic bits. Something more burnt. Not sure what this is. Just some pile of cotton. Yeah, let's just stuff this into the bag and declare the bag, first bag, full. Yeah. Oh yeah, the bag is full, and bunch of cigarettes, a sock, sketchy, very sketchy. All right, That's an umbrella, piece of umbrella. So I'm gonna move this one. So as you can see, this area has all the loot. The beers, the chips, bunch of junk. And we're gonna collect all of it. I'm just looking where I could place the bag so I could leave with all of them later. I think this spot is fairly good. So we're just gonna tie this up. There we go. First bag is complete. Unfortunately, at the sides it's ripped. So now what I need to do is just get myself some bags from backpack. So it's just already preload myself with some extra bags, so I wouldn't need to squat down all the time. There we go. Yeah, this whole area. I don't know if you can see it over there. There's a squirrel, and there's a squirrel over there. And why do you think they want to see all this garbage? They don't. So we're gonna go back to the start, where we began, kinda. That's the spot. Oh, you fell off. Okay, so you can probably already see that all this area is now fairly clean. So we're gonna start doing the bushes there and then move on further just to try to collect everything. A lot easier probably. So that's good. I just hope that some parts won't gonna cut off awkwardly. Lots of cigarette packets as well, the plastic wrap thing. That's what I found the most annoying. Because there's lots and lots of that. That's a full proper trash bag, but it's ripped, so we're not gonna use it. When I started collecting rubbish, I actually used a bunch of these tossed bags to collect all the junk. But now I decided just to invest a little bit with my own money into the bags. Like it's good for mental state, to be fair, from what I've experienced. When you just come here alone by yourself, or you can come with a friend, it actually is quite relaxing. Your mind calms down a lot and you just get to be in fresh air. Something that most people probably are say that don't have time for, but what I do is basically every time when I come back home from work or from uni, I just come here for 1 hour and just go to random spots, collect some litter on my way home, and that's it. And I'm still doing something rather than doing nothing, you know. So that's good. Lots of litter, sneakers. Alright. Wow, this been here for ages if it's covered in dirt like that. Can probably discover some ancient artifacts like that. Maybe like all the bottles that are not being made anymore because everyone's playing the greed card and trying to do the most cheapest, the most boring products ever. So that's the most common thing that I noticed. It's either the shopping bags, loose shopping bags, cigarette wrapping packages dropping, lots of beer cans. Most of them are beer cans in terms like how much litter I've collected, which is quite interesting. You can take it what you will. But what I'm going to do is what's right and keep the nature clean, because really it is disgusting what people do. Piece of cloth, not sure what cloth it is, probably some baby cloth. Well, at least now it's in the trash bag instead of in the middle of this tiny forest floor. Lots of junk over here. And I really love the noise of this white noise of trees and wind. I would say it's a lot better sound than any good music, because it's something you don't get tired of listening to, honestly. Lots of rags. Oh, got stuck on the thing. Oh, again, brother. Some bread packs for some reason. Some biscuits. And just lots of shards of plastic. It's unbelievable just how much there are shards of plastic everywhere. Yeah, as you can see, the console crew is absolutely oblivious to this spot. And now I'm doing their job. I wish I couldn't have. I wish I shouldn't have to, but since morally to me it just makes me sick, the fact to see all this litter here, and I don't want it to become even more of a problem, so I have to take the matters into my own hand. What is that? Exchange supplies, some stupid plastic cone. See, it just, why is it there? Why is it in here? This plastic bag. Move this. Alright, here comes the old loot. Not sure what this is, some gum rainbow crap. See, you can tell that this how old it is. And this bottle over here shouldn't be here. And you can tell by the can. Like, look at the difference of the color. It's all pink. It lost its red color. That's how long it has been here. And I'm gonna just flatten it so I could save some space in the bag. And then of course beer pack, plastic, some crisps or whatever. A bunch of plastic shards. And condom packets, I swear to God. People are disgusting. People truly are disgusting. Ouch. Alright. So here's another bin bag. Could have been used for good, but people decided to leave it and do absolutely nothing with it. So let's get rid of this bag. Oh, there's a slug on my finger. Okay, I just accidentally, too aggressively tossed it away. So here's another fun thing. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the fun stick that goes into your male's sausage, and it's in here. Like, why? Now, good thing I'm wearing gloves, so I kind of just can inspect all this junk. But as you can see, there's a lot of rare loot that you can find in here. That's the thing, I view all this junk as like a game loot, so it kind of makes it more fun. But obviously the last thing I want to see is some like dead animal or something, because God knows how many I have pulled from the canal. If I'll start recording things, I might actually then capture a few of these kind of things, even though its sight and smell is not pleasant, I'll be honest with you, because recently I pulled one fox and it was halfway basically decomposed, and the smell was horrible. But luckily for me, I discovered that basically I have quite a strong stomach, meaning that I could probably work for the crime scene investigations, or like the people that inspect all the murder scenes or whatnot. Basically, I could probably clean the rooms filled with blood or whatnot and not feel bad, probably not feel too much sick. Of course, obviously the smell is very strong and disgusting, but at least now I know that I'm quite capable of things. Alright, so this area looks fairly clean now. Just a bunch of bits here and there. So I will pick them up if I'll spot them. Because the thing is, even though I have keen eyes and I can spot some random junk under the leaves, I still can miss out, because I'm right now, I would describe myself as tunnel visioned and very zoomed in onto like specific spot that I'm looking at. Lots of drug bags as well, unfortunately. And there's some pigeon feathers. Must be those Nigel Farage's people that apparently steal and eat birds. Who knows? Maybe just homeless people trying to survive. So yeah, this spot now is fairly clean. So let's move on to the more littered area. I have been spotted by a woman with a dog, and that dog is not happy. But we don't care. It's probably spilled food, not sure what's going on here. Not sure what's going on here. Another sock, that's odd. That's some trash. My bin bag is still there. Here we got some diapers, apparently. That's disgusting. This definitely should not be here. The bag is almost getting full. We found some underwear. Huge loot. Oh, look at that. How well hidden that is. Some more bottles. Some small pieces and bits over here. Some crisp packets. Some rock solid paper toilet tissues. You know what that means. Disgusting. Some drug bags, probably weed. Some chocolate junk. More Snickers bars. Some chicken, fast food chicken stuff, and a leaf just fallen right under my neck, and I'm going to do absolutely nothing about it. Alright, we're almost done with bag 2. There's more diaper. Why this diaper? This should not be here at all. It's disgusting, and I don't know who does it, but whomever did it, and if you remember doing it, I hope you feel bad. Lots of toilet paper here. Plastic, and plastic. Okay. Unfortunately, I just clocked a one naughty piece of litter. Never mind, there's more here. They just start glowing from different angles, so that's kind of cool thing about plastic, is that they kind of just reveal themselves like, hey, I'm here, I'm glowing. There we go, a huge plastic piece that we missed, that I managed to miss. But yeah, there's lots of these white plastic shards. And it's a problem. It is a problem. Not sure where it's coming from. Mostly I would say just from the cigarette package, because people just don't think twice when it comes to cigarettes. They just unwrap that thing and toss it away instead of disposing it properly into a bin. And of course sometimes wind blows it probably into here as well, because they're just light and get stuck in the leaves or whatnot. So probably gonna be here until it's gonna get fairly dark. I'm not leaving until most of it's done, and I probably should have taken more. And thing is, now right over here there's a poop right over here, so we're gonna leave it here. This will be this will hopefully turn into fertilizer, even though human waste is not very it's not considered as a very good fertilizer, but at least the flies will have something to eat, I guess, even though it's not useful, not as useful, unless it depends on what you've eaten. But usually it is considered quite useless for the plants. And most of you, if you're wondering like, oh, what if you step on it? Well, that's what we're wearing shoes on, only to avoid stepping into things. And if I will step into things, the thing is I'm wearing very used shoes, so the pads are very worn and they're pretty much flat, so I can just brush them off against the grass and they will be clean enough. Because it did happen to me a couple of times, unfortunately, but it's not a big issue. It's just, you gotta grow up. Okay, the bag is almost full. Okay, let's bring it to the other bag. Damn. 2 bags already filled, and it doesn't seem like it's like I've done much area. It just shows how much the council has neglected this tiny forest over here. And unfortunately I didn't take my backup camera battery, so if it will die, I'll probably just finish the video with the phone. Okay, so we have second bag complete. Let's head back to the area we've been cleaning. Look, this is what pisses me off the most. Like, why? I didn't even notice this. Like, this when it's in the bushes or on the branches, that's what annoys me the most. Alright, let's start filling in the third bag. We're gonna have to step out from this little forest because I just clocked some piece of paper. Let's see. What is it about? Important information. Vehicle license. No one cares. Alright, back to the woods. Apparently there's a can over here. I'm gonna just flatten it to save some space. There's another one over here. I'm not sure what are these for. It's probably maybe there was some kind of a electricity pipeline. Oh, look at that! See, I told you might find something cool in here. Teeth. Teeth. Probably some cringe horror movie. And it has some pelvis bone for some reason as an in-back image. Disgusting horror movie that no one asked for. Okay, so this plastic bag is decomposing. So that should be a sign as well that shows just how neglected this area actually is. Even though there's literally a council folk that work here in the Summerfield Park, and yet they're not covering the whole park. Not covering the whole park. Very disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. But don't worry, guys, I'll do the job for you, because I can get some peaceful and meaningful time, because I'm doing this for Mother Nature, not someone else, and just for my own good. Lots of alcohol, lots of drug bags. And that's curiously green tree. Lots of toilet paper bits, probably because people come here to fertilize the plants. Too bad the plants didn't ask for their fertilization. They want the cow poo, not human poo. Cow poo is more nutritious for the plants. Although I could be wrong, maybe human fertilizer is somewhat useful for some plants. I have no idea. I should probably look into it someday. Right. Okay, so my pendulum has been hitting the camera, so I apologize if there's gonna be any sounds in there. My pendant or necklace has been smacking the camera all the time. Every time when I bow down a little bit. Okay, so this is the starting area. It seems that I'm walking in circles and I still managed to find some litter, which is good, because we want to get this place as clean as possible, because obviously not everyone wants to do this. And I smell weed. Let's see. Probably some crackhead passed by. I really hate the smell of the weed. It's disgusting. Lots of small bits. Oh wow, a COVID mask. Huge loot. A cigarette pack right under the leaves. And you see a bunch of these tin wraps. That's from cigarettes. And there's another battery in here. Damn. That's a huge save for the Mother Nature. There's a strong smell of weed coming from somewhere. I think there's one guy in the bushes across the path is smoking in there. Very strong smell, and it smells like it's nearby. And look at that, and what we just uncovered, more stone tile shards for whatever reason, and some extra litter. Some bags underneath here, under this ground covering canopy. It's such a good place probably for a tent. I just smacked my head into a branch. That's what I get for cleaning. Crisp bag. I can't do anything much about these two pieces. Bring them towards the bags, I guess. Okay, I just broke it, so smaller pieces will be gathered easier. Let's head back. At the same time, let's just pick up these bigger litters. Right. It's just a bunch of bags and plastic shards. Annoying. Well, this could be fun, like these cans. There are a few over here. Then, oh, it is a tent stick. This is a rod of the tent. Crazy. The visual storytelling here is insane. But at least this place is slowly turning the way it should be. Just nature, not a single sign of human leftovers. And my nose is, I think I just went for a cobweb. Yeah, I want to just clean up my nose. Okay, insert this shard deeper. Ketchup packet, which turned yellow, so it means that it's been here for ages. Some bird stuff, and good thing I've been exercising my forearms, because picking litter with this stick, it really numbs you out quickly if you don't exercise. If you haven't exercised properly. It might look easy, but when you're constantly pressing. Okay, so the thing is, So when you constantly are pressing the handle and you have to hold the litter so it wouldn't fall off, it kind of builds the muscle, so which is kind of cool. Just fix this thing. Lots of. Okay, my stick is gonna get stuck to this stick, the tent stick. Okay. What the hell? Alright, you coming with us, I guess, then, Mr. Stick. Someone got a package. We don't care who. Not doxing. We're not doxing anybody. And that's, I think, maybe having a good side is a curse, because you get to see how disgusting people really are. So, but hopefully now most of you will be aware just how many there are hidden spots like this, or just litter is, well, the whole floor is basically a carpet of litter, which is disgusting. More Durex unused packet. Wow, that's a huge loot. That's crazy. I would put the unused condom in like a rare loot. Needle would be like a, what's further the rare? Maybe it's like legendary find. Bottle caps, lots of small bits. Whoa. That's the funny thing. Most people, when they pass, they don't even look at this direction. And that's why most people don't see what really is happening literally next to them. The very park that they seem to very much enjoy is littered to the teeth. That's a good reference. Not sure what happened here. Smoking kills. Yeah, right. Ever since I was born, I didn't smoke and never will, because smoking is cringe. And if you smoke, sorry to tell you, but you're cringe. There's a bird nearby. Sock. Another sock. fell. There's a pigeon right over there. He's digging for something. Don't want to scare him. Oh, I scared him away. I get it. Alright, back to business. Let's check if I'm recording. The camera, oh well, the battery is about to die. Well, that's annoying. I should have brought my other battery, but since there's so much litter in here, so I think I'm just gonna finish it for now like this. Or actually, yeah, since it's already 4 and past 4, it's gonna start getting dark. So let me just finish up this bag. Let's collect the most obvious litter from everywhere. Okay, so now I know that this camera doesn't really last long, because obviously this is my very first run of testing how things work, how much can the camera handle, and if the sounds are good. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. So I'm gonna come back home just to check out the audio. Yeah, but at least a lot of litter now is gone. There's still at least probably like 3 bags worth, honestly, like same bag amounts. So hopefully next time I'll come here and finish it, because the thing is, this rubbish is not going to go anywhere without me, unfortunately. So yeah, so let's just finish up this bag. I grabbed up most of the majority of the litter, so I've got 3 bags, which is around 90 liters, each being 30, and as you can see now, there's still a bunch of bits around there, and but most of the area is, like, at least this area is quite messy still. But from now that I'm looking out there further, most of the obvious litter is gone. I just clocked 1 bottle over there, but most of it's gone now. There's just a bunch of small pieces that are left to gather up. And yeah, so this is the result of spending at least 1 or 2 hours just by yourself, listening to Mother Nature, getting that fresh air, not being bothered by anyone. And this is the result: 3 bags and just a stick. And it's been quite a fun, honestly. I would describe this whole activity as like very relaxing, and honestly, when you finish and see the result, it's very satisfying, and I think it's very, very rewarding. So yeah, let's just bring these bags to the bin so the console guys could collect it, because if they won't, well, that's their cringe. So let's just pick these up, and I'll collect the rest next time when I'll get a chance. So it's gonna be a funny view from third-person perspective when I'm just pulling out of the forest with 3 bags. But yeah, let's just get through these bushes. Shit. Okay. Let's just. There we go. One more litter. So yeah, pretty productive first time. I was hoping to do 5 bags at least, but 3 bags is more than enough anyway. And hopefully the first video will come out pretty well. Well, it depends what kind of style I want to do. I have some ideas, but it's mostly just gonna be ventures within Birmingham, war against the litter, and I'm not gonna let them to terraform this city into junkyard. If you enjoyed this video, just drop a like, maybe a comment, and subscribe for more content ahead. There you go.